Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're checking out Responsibilities, another LD25 game. This one is by Liz Ryerson and Andy McClure. I'm looking at it sort of like a Yume Nikki style abstract exploration game. Got a pretty cool aesthetic to it, very pixel arty. So let's just jump in and have a look. So here we are, we've got our main character. Likes to bounce around a little bit. He's not big on animation, but that's cool because we're here for the rest of it. We're here for the aesthetic. As usual, this place looks like shit. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going there. Seems like this character is not afraid to say what he's thinking. Oh wow, we zoom right in. So I'm not sure what the title has to do with anything. We know the theme again for LD25 is you are the villain. So we're going to try and keep that in mind as we look around. Is the camera supposed to be this close? What's going on here? Doesn't look like I can really interact with anything here, and I just seem to be able to go way off. Oh, there it is. Okay, if you push it far enough, then the camera will scroll with you. Very strange presentation, but I kind of like it. I mean, we've got various levels of shading. The sides of the blocks just extend the furthest pixel from the edge down, which I kind of think is interesting because it leaves the whole realm open here to just be flat sprite planes, and then it fills in the depth effect itself. Kind of strange, though, that the camera doesn't seem to scroll very well with the character. Seems like I spend a lot of time looking for edges and where exactly I'm supposed to be going. Some of these layouts remind me a little bit of Marble Madness. Oh wow, what's this? I have no idea what to make of this. We've got a space with all white that seems to have depth, but I can't exactly judge where the depth is. Okay, maybe we should go back. I remember in the first room, there was actually a little portal that we could take towards some other area. It was over by the plants in the corner there. I'm just sort of furiously arrow keying my way over. Alright, we made our way back. Let's go over here if we can. Oh, can I even do that? Maybe I can't yet. So maybe this has like some Metroidvania elements to it, mixed in with its Yume Nikki abstract surrealism. I like how off the wall it is. I mean, it definitely seems like you go anywhere with this one. Really don't know what to expect in the next room as we move forward. Oh, I can actually go down here. I didn't realize that. Oh, wow. Okay, that's actually a place I can explore. What is going on over there? Is that Ice Cream Mountain? I would like to investigate such a thing. What? How did I get up here? Didn't I go through the bottom? Oh, this went somewhere completely different this time. Or maybe I just went through a different path. That thing is pretty creepy. Looks like one of the pink demons from Doom with a pretty bow and high-heeled shoes on. I'm not sure what's going on with that thing. I'd like to go talk to it, though, if it wouldn't mind. What's up? Okay. Well, I guess it's coming clear to me what the theme here, why responsibilities is a thing. This is, I guess, a metaphorical toil as we struggle to push the button each time. Well, we're not really struggling, but you know what I mean. Where you, each time you press the button, it's just sort of reinforcing the fact that, whoa, this is crazy in here. It's reinforcing that we are pushing forward little by little, and it's wearing away at us because obviously we're going to get a little tired. Weird music here, I like it though. What is this supposed to be? Is this the strip club? It keeps flashing these strange little quotes at the top. Interesting. See, the thing about Yume Nikki is it was pretty random, and there were parts of it that I wasn't really getting correlations to, and in fact it was sometimes so abstract that it was a little hard to draw any resemblance to like how this could relate to anyone individually. This seems like it's a little bit more grounded in the concrete. Don't, but I am. Not sure if that font is my favorite font in the world, but yeah, that's really not up to me. How did I get in here again? Over here? I guess as in life, you don't always know when one part of it will end and another will begin. Sometimes these things happen completely unexpectedly, so I could see that being mirrored by our protagonist and his journey from one room to the next. Am I stuck now? Oh, okay, there we go. It's an invisible path. See, I always like games like this just because you can get so much out of them. Like, you don't know if you've seen the whole thing. And especially in this case, like, there's just invisible, straight-up black paths that you may never find. Oh, it's this guy again. Please pardon the vulgarity if you're watching with your kids. You know, I make a point of trying not to swear too much on this show. Not that I have any problem with swearing. In fact, I'm really not a fan of censorship in general, and if you watch any of my other LPs, I definitely will go wherever my mind takes me, but for this particular thing, since we're trying to be a little bit more accessible and, you know, spread all the indie goodness around that we can find, I want to make sure that people aren't put off by any particular language issue. So that is a reason why I've made that decision, but yeah, please don't look at it like I'm doing that on purpose because I'm like a prude or anything. It's quite far from it. Alright, so now I'm seeing the correlation of how the white area blended in with some of the other ones. But yeah, you'll notice it in some of the previous episodes I have done a little bit of censorship, and I didn't always want to, but I often tend to err on the side of just being safe in case YouTube ever has an issue, because there's been like nudity and stuff in the games, or strange sexual stuff going on. I mean, these are art games, so of course that's going to come up, and that's not even an issue at all to me. It's totally part of the human experience that that stuff would be at the very forefront of our minds, in fact. And I readily embrace that kind of thing. It's just I want to make sure that I don't end up getting stuff taken down. And I am aware of the YouTube guidelines, and I am aware that they have a little bit of a leeway for artistic expression, but at the same time, I've had a little bit of a tumultuous past with Google, so I'm not really about to give them any extra reasons why they might want to give me trouble over my account, if you know what I mean. I mean, if you've been with me for a little while, you'll know I had quite a bit of an issue with my AdSense account getting blocked, or disabled, I should say, and pulled off one of the absolutely rare feats of getting it reinstated, which was thanks to a wonderful Kotaku article, and I couldn't possibly be more thankful for that. That was really a shot in the dark, and I can't believe that actually worked out. So this guy's clearly pretty fed up with life. He's not too happy about his situation or his responsibilities. And I don't think you could ask for a much more surreal world than this. If things were animating, that might be a little bit more... I don't wanna. Alright, well, you don't have to then. And please pardon if the sound of my click-clacking on the arrow keys is getting a little bit invasive. Should have probably mapped that to my 360 controller so you don't hear it as much. Oh, okay, there's another invisible path. I wonder what we're mapping these experiences to in his actual life. Like if we're walking around his house or something. Probably something like that. You can almost sense some sort of semblance of depth, but it's tough to make out. I think I'm making my way forward here. I kind of don't like that you have to do trial and error like on pretty much every tile to make sure you're going in the right direction. Oh boy, we made it to this. Alright, let's check this little mountain out. I have to say that I was quite entranced by the art style just from looking at the thumbnails on this one. And that's not always the case. Sometimes I see the thumbnails and I'm a little put off, but I decide to try them out anyway. Where am I going now? But yeah, this one actually seems to live up to its strangeness right from the single still image that I saw of it. I would actually like to see that still image in person if we could get back to it. It was like a greenish, fading gradient mountain. Looked not too unlike the one we're looking at right now, but this is clearly a different color scheme. I would actually love to adapt something like that for my website. Maybe not exactly those colors, but I'm a big fan of that like glow-in-the-dark neon look, like blacklight kind of look. You don't see that in a lot of stuff. Maybe because it's not always the most attractive thing, but you gotta pull it off just right. It's nice because I have all this extra leeway, being that I do all these crazy indie games. Like, I can make some strange art decisions, and I think the people that are into what I'm doing won't really mind as much. I have a kind of an eclectic sense of art style myself, and I've been told in the past that it's not always the best, but, you know, that's kind of a personal thing. Alright, how do I get around this little mountain here? I'm not sure that I can. Maybe I need to go down on this pink carpet area, pink river. If I can get out. Now I think I'm stuck. How do I get around this? Well, if the point was to reinforce how tedious life can be through this arrow key setup, you've done an outstanding job, because it's definitely on the tedious side. Oh, we've got a music change. Oh, where am I? Where am I even starting out now? Okay, I'm over here. Didn't expect that. So that was like a framing shot or something? I'm quite confused. But I'm definitely thinking this is kind of the game that's up my alley. As far as the LD games go, I don't think I've seen too many that really go this far out. So that's kind of cool. Does this connect with something? Man, the perspective is just insane on some of this stuff. Okay, so those are actually not transparent. We're just having a matching color as the background. You know, I want to see the end of this, but it's definitely wearing me down a little bit, which I'm sure is probably the intended point here. I mean, there's so little here that you can actually parse as like a physical landscape. Although every now and then you get a little hit of success in trying to like almost figure out where you're supposed to be going. Big fan of the music though, I would love to hear more. So maybe I was supposed to go up, which makes this endeavor even more frustrating because now I've gone this far in this direction, I have to figure out how to get back out. Jeez. Up, right, left, down, I don't know. Just mash on the arrow keys until I get through. About around and over to the green area, maybe. And go around this entire structure. Doesn't seem like it. But I may never know. Or I could just go the easy way. Oh, no, this green structure is blocked. I think I read in the comments on the LD page for this one that there is actually an ending for it, so yeah, keep at it, I guess. I think we're going to wrap this one up pretty soon. I know this is a bit of a shorter episode, but I think I've just about covered everything you guys need to see about it. I mean, if you don't get the picture from this point, you're either going to love this or hate it. I mean, it's just one of those type of things. It's not really super accessible for everybody. Imagine this in a 3D environment. If you could pan the camera around, that would be really cool. So, yeah, this one isn't my favorite so far, but it's definitely interesting, and it's one that I would like to perhaps, if I'm in the right mood, play around with a little bit more, because I'd like to see if this develops into something completely different, or if we just stay in this sort of theme, or if there's a you know, real resolution. We'll see. Anyway, as it is right now, I'd say the music is pretty soothing, the visuals are very surreal. If you're a fan of the channel, you'll probably like this to some extent, because as you know, I cover lots of games in this sort of a vein. So it's definitely right at home, finding its way over to Indie Impressions, and I welcome it with open arms. I just may be a little bit bored of it right now, but maybe I'll go back to it later. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Link's going to be in the description if you'd like to give this a download and try it out yourself, see if you can get a little bit further than I did. And as always, you can always head over to the website, www.indie-impressions.com, and check out all the videos, old and new. Check them, sort them by all the different tags. Oh yeah, I'm not going through here again. That was a nightmare. You can search them, you can group them, you can go to the forums, speak with some other people. Sorry, I'm like half zoning out now, trying to look at these weird boxes and tell what's raised and what's lowered. But yeah, when you're done with the website, facebook.com/indieimpressions is the next place to go. If you want to leave a like on that, that is completely up to you, but it will allow you to get every day's new video delivered right into your Facebook feed. I also do news updates occasionally on there, contests. I've given away a bunch of free games in the last week or so. So that might be a good call for you, but that is entirely optional. And if you have any way or anything you need to contact me about, At RockLeeSmile on Twitter is the quickest way to reach me. Also, if you're an indie dev and you want to send me over a free copy of your game for possible video on the show, that's a good way to start up a conversation. Otherwise, I do have a contact form right on the website. And I'm also available to take any kind of PMs via, YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, whatever you got. It's all good with me. So that is going to wrap up responsibilities. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit on the weird side, maybe a little bit dry. But like I said, it's not for everybody. But if you're of the ilk that enjoys this type of game, I have a feeling this is going to be pretty cool for you to find. I mean, there haven't been that many games other than like Middens that I can think of that play in that sort of Yume Nikki surreal abstract style. So very cool that we're able to find another one. So that's going to do it. Thanks very much for watching again today, and I hope you come back again tomorrow for another one. Have a lovely night, and I will see you then. Later, guys!